What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Similar to the previous videos, we're going to test out the Kaioken Mechanic or stacked effect with the LR Vegito Blue unit. For those that just joined, these types of videos pretty much stack the attack for the particular units that have the Kaioken Mechanic ability to see how high their attack will actually go. So in this case, it's going to be the LR Vegito Blue. The format is typically basically start off with the base super attack levels that you're seeing right now, and then over the course of the video, it's going to increase to the point where it gets a little bit ridiculous. Now, this is a very unrealistic setting. I mean, we're talking about 60 to 70 turns throughout, with the super attacks and whatnot. So you'll never see the attack and defense levels that you're going to see toward the end of the video, but it's always fun to run these types of testing and experiments. So that's really what it comes down to, just to see how high those numbers actually go. And the short answer to that is it's infinite. I mean, it has an infinite possibility to continue to increase attack, but given the circumstances, even with the Rose event, there are certain limitations to that because Rose will eventually get the HP depleted. So it's just a matter of how high you can get the attack and defense levels prior to that. So again, we're going to test out how it is and see what the setup is. This is going to be on a Realm of Gods category setup. I chose to use this one instead of the Patata category because I didn't want the LR Vegito Blue unit or LR Vegito units to transform and then counter against Rose. That's going to speed up the HP depletion for him. So I did go with the Realm of Gods category setup for that. And Ultra Instinct Goku also does have the ability to increase attack per super attack, so his power levels will also increase over the course of the video. The funny part about this team setup is it's actually very good in terms of defending, and I did bring LR Goku Black, so with that 15% recovery to HP, it was actually very, very painful to get Ultra Instinct Goku to transform. That's how much of a struggle was to get the HP below 50%. And you'll notice that throughout the video that the majority of the recording is before his transformation. So it's certainly modest levels right now with the attack power for the LR Vegito Blue unit, and again over time you'll see it increase. Like right now you're looking at about close to 600,000 with attack and then 400,000 with defense. So certainly not bad stats by any means, especially the defense. I mean, you're looking at a pretty high defense rate, but we're going to allow that to go even higher. You will see differences in the levels for both attack and defense, depending on if Topo's in the mix. I mean, we're talking about 35% boost for attack and defense alone from him, so it will make a little bit of a difference, but I did kind of include footage from various team setups or linking setups, so you'll see a little bit of a variety of that. And I did try to keep the Vegito Blue unit and Ultra Instinct Goku together just so they could attack back to back, and you'll be able to see it simultaneously in a way. The one problem of this team is everybody can defend pretty well, especially the Goku unit on top of Vegito Blue. So even though Vegito Blue has substantially more higher defense levels, you can't really see that just from being attacked from Rose and Zamasu. But I made sure to periodically check the attack and defense, so you'd be able to see it a little bit more clearly. So certainly right now, still a little bit more on the realistic side. You're looking at 2 million potential, hitting for about 2.5 mil with the crit, without the crit. And then Vegito Blue, I mean, it's obviously going up a little bit, close to 3 million. In normal situations, you're probably looking at a little over, a million, upwards of 1.5 million maybe with the 12 key, and then with the 18 key, probably closer to like 2 million with this team setup. But as you can see, quickly increasing the attack, both attack and defense. I mean, attack was well over 1 million, and defense is quickly approaching 1 million. I think it was about 905,000. So that is certainly a pretty ridiculous number. Alright, so let's see how the defensive levels are. 25 from the super attack, that's pretty much close to 0 at that point. I mean, that is like, you know, Agility Golden Frieza or the, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta units tanking ability in a way. And right now, before the keys even collected, you're looking at, you know, 1.7 for Vegito Blue, and then roughly about 1.7 as well for the Ultra Instinct Goku. So definitely gets pretty interesting. And we'll test out the 18 key super attack for Vegito Blue and see how, you know, high the power output actually is on this one. Obviously, the legendary power link skill is definitely shared with the Rose or Goku Black unit, so that is 5,000 or 5,000 increase to attack. So Ultra Instinct Goku did hit for about 4 million. Again, defense is pretty good on his side as well. Looks like 4.6 is the potential right now, and then with the critical about 8.7 million. So it definitely does climb up depending on, you know, how many times you do super. So that's the advantage of this. I mean, and this is a little bit of a over-the-top experiment, so to speak. Not realistic in a battle setting, but even if you did use this guy, and most of you already know this, but, you know, even if you did, you know, stack the attack and defense for only a couple times in a regular battle setting, I mean, it does make a difference. Like, he'll have benefits that he brings, you know, with that ability. So this is more or less like just to visually provide a clear way to show how that mechanic takes effect. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the format for this. So yeah, I mean, definitely continue to climb. You're looking at the attack levels well. I mean, close to 2 million. I mean, the defense is like 1.2 million, I think, is what it had it listed. So yeah, it definitely does get crazy toward you know, when the attack levels or super attack total numbers increase. Yeah, it certainly increases the potential. So 5.8 million without the critical, and the craziest part about all this is, and I'm sure you've seen in the previous videos, is even a normal attack will do a couple million at this point, and that's the ridiculous part about it. So you can see the difference. I mean, 1.8, 1.9 million roughly for the first 2 units in the slot, and then the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is like 138,000, and that's more of a realistic, you know, type of setup. So that gives you the contrast as to, you know, the difference it does in fact make. So we'll go ahead and test out, you know, the super attack for Ultra Instinct Goku, and then the Ultra Attack or 18 key super with the Vegito Blue unit. And this is without his transformation, so toward the end of the video you will finally see that Goku transform into the mastered, I guess, transformation or whatever you want to call it. Looks to be about 10 million there with the critical for Vegito Blue, so certainly pretty good output at that point. You know, and I've seen comments in previous videos about, you know, asking how this is done and whatnot. I mean, this could easily be replicated by any of you. Honestly, I mean, it's just a matter of going to this particular event, bringing in, you know, units that either support, you know, the units you want to test out, and then also make sure to bring a type disadvantage unit. So whenever the Dokkan mode or the Dokkan gauge fills up, you make sure to attack with the you know, type disadvantage unit. For my case, it was the Topo unit. I mean, he's a strength type, and he doesn't hit as hard as the other units. So I made sure to activate the Dokkan mode with him versus other units that could potentially one-shot Rose. So that's kind of what this format entails, really. And I mean, I usually test it with the 100% or Rainbow Star units, but it certainly doesn't even have to be that. I mean, it could be SA1, honestly. I mean, it'll take more time to, you know, get to the damage levels that you're seeing, but the concept pretty much is the same. So about what, 95,000 damage taken with the Goku unit. Vegito Blue would have definitely taken substantially less. I mean, if he were to get attacked, and that was a normal attack there with the critical 5.4 million. So that puts it in perspective a little bit how, you know, the attack does in fact go up quite a bit. So Goku finally did transform, and you'll see that the damage output will be much higher than what it was before now. It'll actually be surpassing the Vegito Blue power output. I mean, it has been for a little while, but it's a little bit more clear now. So yeah, we'll test it out a little bit longer, but this is pretty much how Vegito Blue is at, you know, 100% with the ability to stack attack and defense for a little while. Ultra Instinct Goku I did test out already in previous videos with the Tech Vegito Blue, but since he was the leader for this team setup, I figured it'd be worth including him again as well. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed the video, and certainly appreciate you watching.